Hello yoga friends, and welcome to my home practice. Today it's not going to be a typical yoga practice because I'm 6 months pregnant almost, and I am modifying my practice a lot and I'm trying something new. So maybe if you are pregnant, welcome to the practice as well, and I hope it will be both dynamic and relaxing, and it will be kind of for the whole body. And also, if you're not pregnant, also welcome and still enjoy the practice and learn some Pilates moves along the way as well, because this is what I'm integrating in my practice today. I hope you like my experiment, and let's begin. We'll start in the child's pose. It will be a wide-legged child's pose if that's comfortable for you. Extend your arms forward and let your chest melt towards the floor. Take a deep breath in and the deepest breath out. Take a few conscious breaths here to come to your body, to turn off external distractions, to start paying attention to what's going on inwards. Another deep breath in and the deepest breath out. Start sending the breath to all corners of your chest. Here in child's pose, in Balasana, it's easy to feel how your intercostal muscles are expanding. It's easier to feel that breath going to the outer ribs. Feel your belly expand with this breath. And take a few more breath cycles here. I love starting my practice with a little bit of breath work just to get in the right mood. One more breath cycle here. And exhale. On the next inhale, start walking your hands closer to your knees and find me in all fours. On the inhale, we bend the elbows, we open our chest and find a little bit of a back bend, and on the exhale we start tucking our belly button, start tucking our tailbone and our belly button and moving backwards. So this is kind of a wave-like motion that starts engaging our pelvic floor. And in pregnancy, like and no other point in your life, it's great to strengthen those muscles because they bear a lot of load, and that's what we need in labor. But also it's a nice exercise in general for anyone who wants to relax their lower back. So on the inhale we open the chest, we're leading with the chest. And on the exhale, we tuck in the tailbone first, and then the belly button, and then we move backwards. So we start the motion with the chest on the inhale, moving forward, and we end it on the exhale and tucking the tailbone and belly button. Another one here, and then tuck your toes and find your downward facing dog. Your knees can stay bent here. It's the first down dog of the practice. Take it easy. Walk your feet, walk your dog. Take any other movement that feels good in your body to settle into the asana. Exhale, relax your shoulders, relax your head and neck. Another breath cycle here. And lower your knees again. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, tuck your tailbone. A few more cycles here. And when you move forward, try to really start the action with the chest, not so much with bending your lower back, but more so with opening the chest. And then on the exhale, find your Uttanasana in the back of the mat. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, open the arms, and there's a bit of a twist to the left. And exhale to center. Inhale, twist to the right. Exhale to center. Inhale, arms go up. And exhale, bend the knees, lower down. Find your your tabletop. And again, inhale and exhale with this wave-like motion. Engaging your pelvic floor. 3 movements here, and on the exhale, downward dog. Again, choose movement here or stillness. Take a few breath cycles. And on the exhale, lower your knees. Inhale, slide forward. Exhale, back. 3 waves here again. And then walk your hands to your toes. Rise up through your Uttanasana. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale to Tadasana. Inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, lower the hands. Inhale, twist to the right. Exhale to lower. Inhale, both arms go up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Walk your hands forward. Last round. 3 waves. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, tuck your tailbone. When you move backwards, remember to start the action with your tailbone, with your lower belly muscles, with your transverse abdominals. And this will help to make sure that you're integrating those pelvic floor muscles. Exhale, bend the knees, find downward facing dog. 3 breath cycles here. And exhale, lower the knees. Inhale, wave-like motion forward. Exhale, back. 3 last movements here. Find your Uttanasana. Walk your hands towards your feet. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, slight twist to the left. Exhale to center. Inhale, slight twist to the right. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, return to your tabletop. Now find your neutral spine where you're not sagging and you're not rounding too much. Maybe do a couple of movements like this just to realign your pelvis. And then once you find your neutral spine, extend your left leg and your right arm. And breathe here. Make sure that the pelvis is parallel to the floor and that there's no pressure, no compression in the lower back. 2 more breath cycles here. This is a great way to exercise your core when you're pregnant. As you probably know, lots of core exercises are not very safe in pregnancy or can contribute to diastasis recti or lower back pain. So this exercises on all fours are a great way to keep your core in shape. Exhale and lower, and then extend your right leg back and your left arm forward. Again, make sure that your pelvis is parallel to the floor, and breathe. Last breath cycle here, and an exhale. We'll do a couple of movements that I borrowed from Pilates and which are great to work the glutes and the legs. So again, from the tabletop and your neutral spine again. This is very essential in any exercise from the tabletop, that you're not sagging, you're not rounding too much, that your pelvis is in this neutral position. Imagine that there is a bowl of soup standing on your lower back and you don't want to spill it. Bend your left knee and lift it off the floor, and we'll do a few leg pumps here. Well, we'll do 30. So you can move with your breath, or you can move a little faster. Find the pace that works for you. I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. After about 15, you'll start feeling like your glutes are really working. Maybe you'll feel a bit of even burning in those muscles. Depends how used you are to those exercises. I have 20 and 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. You can move your hips from side to side just to relieve a little bit any stress. And then we'll do the same leg but to the side. So to the side again, make sure that your pelvis is still in a neutral position. Your hands are underneath your shoulders. And we'll do 30 again. Try to breathe normally through this. I have 10, 20 more. I start generating heat for sure. Don't know how about you guys, but it's not as easy as it looks like. And 10 more. Try to keep your pelvis immobile and try to distribute the weight evenly between the arms. And 2 more, or somewhere around it. And done. You can do a couple more hip circles. Or another great way to relax those muscles is to find a lizard pose. So you can place your right foot in front of you, but wider than you would do for a lunge, and then place both of your palms to the right of your left foot. And you can stay here on extended arms. You can go down to your elbows. You can use a block to go down. I'll stay here today. Another important thing in pregnancy or in doing yoga during pregnancy is not to overstretch, because our bodies are producing relaxin hormone, which is meant to help to loosen a little bit the pelvis area to help the baby to come out when it's time. But the thing is that this hormone affects all of our body and joints and muscles. So even though you may not feel it at the time, you may be overstretching. So be careful. On the exhale, extend your left leg and shift your hips back. Inhale forward and exhale back. Just a few modified kind of splits at the Hanumanasana. Three more here. So yeah, doing any sort of lunges, any sort of open, wide open legs, asanas, make sure that you are being careful and you don't dump into the joints and just hang in there. Make sure that you're still hugging in inner thighs, engaging those inner thighs to protect the joints. And on the exhale, you can return the leg back. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So we did the left leg, we'll do the right leg now. Again, find your palms underneath your shoulders, your hips are stacked over your knees. Bend your right, find your neutral pelvis first. Engage those transverse abdominals, those lower abdominal muscles, to make sure that you're not dumping into the lower back. We definitely don't want that. And then bend your right knee, lift it off the floor, and let's go. 30 back and 30 to the side. I have 10. $20. Ooh. And 30. Nice. Hope you're feeling it in your glutes. And we'll do the side. Again, start with finding your neutral pelvis. Engage those lower abdominal muscles, transverse abdominals, and then start lifting the leg to the side. I have 10. Sometimes it's hard to find very dynamic pregnancy workout or prenatal workout. I have 20 now. So those exercises that I'm going to show you today, I find them on the more dynamic side. And if you're pregnant and you are looking for something more than just relaxation, then I think these are pretty safe workouts that you can do even in your third trimester. And last 5. I probably already did 30, but anyways. And done. A couple more hip circles. And you can, again, standing on your knees, place your right foot forward. Try to keep your hips squared. without creating too much, like without sagging too much into your joints. Engage your inner thighs. Your legs are standing pretty wide apart. And you can stay here with me on the extended arms. You can lower down to your elbows. Do what your body needs. Listen to your sensations. Don't push the limits too much. And exhale, extend the front leg and move between the lizard and lizard Ardha Hanumanasana. Just a few repetitions here. And move your leg back, tuck your toes, and come to sit on your toes, on your heels, in Vajrasana with the toes tucked. We'll stretch a little bit our feet. If at any point it gets very uncomfortable and very painful, then you can always untuck the toes and just sit on your heels. But if it's a mild sensation, then I encourage you to keep at it, and it's a nice foot stretch. And we'll stretch our shoulders too. So a belt could be very nice here, or even a towel or anything that you can use that wouldn't be like elastic. And on the inhale, you'll lift your arms up and over your head, and you can stay here or move them as far as is comfortable for you. If you open your arms a little wider, then you can even go all the way down behind your back. And remember to move with your breath. On the inhale, arms go up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Another thing that I learned in my prenatal workouts is that to avoid diastasis recti, we don't want to let too much compression in our lower back, because that produces the effect when the belly is protruding forward too much and it's too much pressure for your abdominal recti muscles, so abdominis rectus or something like that. So what you want to do is lengthen your lower back, and you do it by engaging again those transverse abdominal muscles and tucking kind of your belly back in. And when we're working with this exercise here, then what we really want to do is open the chest and not so much compress the lower back. So we're not doing this. We're just opening the chest, keeping the lower back still long, and our belly muscles engaged. But it's a great shoulder opening, chest opening exercise, and it will help us to keep our posture nice and straight, which will help not only throughout pregnancy but also postpartum. Breastfeeding moms quite often complain about back pain because they spend that time a lot slouching like this with a baby, and this exercise will help to alleviate those symptoms. All right, this is also a great preparation for camel pose, which is why I was doing it, quite honestly. So after you untuck your toes and you let them rest a little bit, maybe do a couple of circles with your feet just to return circulation back into those toes. And they were tucked for such a long time. And we'll do a couple of camels. So to do a camel pose, we leave our knees about 2 fists apart. And this is our foundation, so we engage our glutes, we engage our legs, our lower back is long, our abdominal muscles are working here. You can place the hands on your lower back or on your sacrum. And on the inhale, start opening the chest, rolling the shoulders back, and pushing the hips forward. And for the first round, stay here without lowering your hands to your heels. Again, the emphasis is here more on the opening the chest than in compressing the lower back. Even though, of course, some lower back compression is going to happen here for sure. So do it only if you feel comfortable. And when you are ready to come out, tuck your chin, return your hips to neutral, and sit back on your heels. Back bends get a little tricky in pregnancy because you can't really do any locust pose, any dhanurasana lying on the belly. You shouldn't really be doing urdhva dhanurasana, which is a very big back bend, and it can worsen the situation with diastasis recti, so with the separation of those abdominis rectus muscles. But I find that camel is still pretty mild back bend compared to all the others, and it can actually feel very nice in pregnancy. So again, roll your shoulders back, push your hips forward. This time you can tuck your toes if you're planning to reach for your heels. And if you feel open and comfortable, then reach for your heels, but remember to push your hips back forward once you reach them. There is no compression in the neck, and you still keep breathing normally. One more breath cycle here. Return the hands to your sacrum, tuck your chin, return the hips back to neutral, and sit back on your toes, on your heels. Take a few more breaths here. We'll go for one more round. Choose the variation that works for you. Or if you're done with back bending, just also stay here and breathe. Perfectly fine. If you want to try another one with me, again, make sure that your knees are about hip width apart. Place your hands on your sacrum. Roll your shoulders back, open your chest, push your hips forward, reach for the heels if you're planning to do that. Push your hips forward again, and breathe. One more breath cycle. Return the hands back to sacrum, tuck the chin, and sit back. We'll do a couple of gentle twists to neutralize the spine after a back bending. So for today's twist, I chose again, starting from the tabletop, which I'm loving lately. From your tabletop, extend your right arm up and exhale. Thread the needle, place your right cheek on the floor. Maybe extend your left arm over your head. And make sure that your sit bones or your hip bones are parallel to the short edge of the mat, that they are at the same level. Because the left one will tend to go a bit, the right one will tend to go a bit forward. And keep breathing normally. Twists are also getting a bit tricky in pregnancy, especially in the third trimester with the big belly. So make sure that you leave the room for for your baby belly. Open twists are fine, just be very careful with deep twists. They're not recommended in pregnancy, especially in the second, third trimesters. So be mindful about any compression in the baby space. Another deep breath in and a deepest breath out. Return to your tabletop. Open up to the left on the inhale and exhale. Thread the needle, place your left cheek on the floor, check with your pelvis that both of your sit bones are still at the same level. Maybe extend the right arm over your head and keep breathing. Two more breath cycles. And then place your right palm on the floor. Push yourself up into your tabletop. And then sit on your bum. Extend your legs in front of you. And we'll do a forward fold first as a counter pose for camel pose. And then we'll do some more exercises on the floor. So remove the flash from your seat bones to find a little bit of the anterior pelvic tilt. Inhale, extend your arms over. And exhale, start bending forward. Aiming you to touch your thighs with your belly. Easier to do in pregnancy. And remember not to round your spine here too much, not to aim your forehead to your knees, but really find a long spine as you extend yourself forward towards your feet. About 5 long breaths here. And then return to center. Bend your knees, scoot yourself slightly forward, extend your arms in front of you. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and on the exhale, start lowering down. We're still not going into Shavasana, don't worry, we still have some work to do. We'll do bridge pose and some bridge pumps on the inhale. So first find that you can almost touch your heels with your fingers, with your fingertips. And then on the inhale, start peeling your pelvis off the floor. Again, engaging those transverse abdominal muscles. And lifting your pelvis off the floor, lifting your lower back, mid back. But throughout doing this, remember to keep your glutes engaged, keep your quads engaged. Your legs are not flaring outwards. Your knees are not opening up outwards. You still keep them together, pressing your inner thighs together. You can either press with your hands into the floor to help yourself lift a little more. If it's comfortable for you, roll one shoulder at a time. Interlace your fingers. This way you can get your pelvis even higher off the floor. Keep pushing with your glutes and keep pushing with your quads. And once you find your final expression, stay here. Try not to move your neck like I did earlier. It's actually not so good for you to move your neck in this asana. Not move your neck or head. So just keep looking straight and breathe. Some more back bending here. Some more glute strength and quad strength. and also a safe asana to practice in pregnancy. At least 5 more breath cycles here. And on the exhale, unroll your shoulders, start lowering down. And maybe place your feet wider, place your knees now inwards, and just rest a few breaths. We won't be here long. It's not recommended to stay long lying on your flat back in your later pregnancy, as you're placing additional pressure on the vena cava, which is supplying blood back from your uterus into your heart. So we don't want to do that. And if your midwife recommended you not to stay on the back, you can also just lie on the side always. Otherwise, if we're doing some movement, it's okay. It's just not good to stay flat lying down on the back. So again, find your bridge foundation, and we'll do it dynamically. Inhale, press your hands into the mat, lift your pelvis and your lower back off the floor, and exhale and lower. Inhale, engage your glutes, lift up, exhale and lower. Keep with your breath. Choose a pace that's comfortable for you. Remember to hug your inner thighs together to keep your legs and your glutes strong throughout this exercise. And 5 more here. Every time you initiate your movement, you kind of curl your pelvis inwards. This way again you engage your pelvic muscles and engage your transverse abdominal muscles. So the movement always starts from the pelvis and then lifting up. I think we did 5. I'm not sure how many I did because I was talking. Now place your left foot closer to the middle and extend your right leg all the way up. You can flex the foot, and we'll keep doing the same thing, but this time only with one leg extended. A bit more difficult here, a bit more balance required with about 10. That's my last one. 10. Then bend your knee, bend your extended leg, place your right ankle over just above your left knee, the 90-degree angle. The foot is still flexed, and again same movement of lifting the pelvis off the floor and lowering it down, and again 10 repetitions here. And 10. And now extend your bent leg. Your right knee is on the floor right now. Sorry, your right foot is on the floor right now. You roll to the left side, and you can support your head with your left hand. Find a comfortable position here. You can also place your right foot on your tippy toes if it's more comfortable. Find the straight line from the tips of your left leg all the way to your head, and then we'll be lifting the left leg now, up and down. Try to keep your entire body in one straight line. The only thing that should be moving here is your left leg. Well, more or less. I'm trying. This is a good exercise for your inner thighs strength. A good way to isolate those inner thigh muscles. I have about 10 now. I'll do another 10, 20. Basically, you can do it until you feel like your inner thigh is already very tired and you can't keep lifting anymore. Believe me, it won't be 100, so, or at least unless you're doing some horse riding or something. Mine gets tired about after 30 repetitions, I think. 5 more. And 5. Nice. We'll do now the other side. So we did the right side, we'll do the left side now. Extend your left leg to the ceiling. You can flex your foot again. Inhale and lift. Exhale to lower. Remember to engage that right glute and right quad. This is what will ensure your stability while you're moving here. Five more. And then bend your knee. Place your left ankle just above your right knee and keep pumping. When you're done with your 10 repetitions, you can extend your right leg, place your left foot on the mat, roll to your right side. Again, support your head with your hand. Place your left foot on the mat or on your tippy toes. Try to extend into one straight line. Engage again those glutes. Engage the whole body is like one straight line. And start lifting the right leg this time. You'll feel how your inner thigh, your right inner thigh is working hard here. So even if you're pregnant, it doesn't mean that you have to stop exercising, and it doesn't mean that you only can do very mild exercises. You have to be safe, you have to avoid certain things, but you can still find very dynamic workouts. I start feeling my inner thigh, so I'll do 10 more, and that's it. Done. And I have a couple more exercises that I again borrowed from Pilates that I really like. They will be also lying on the side, so pretty safe for you in pregnancy. We will be lying on the left side now. Same thing. You can support your head and your neck with your palm. Try to extend your body in such a way that it's one straight line. And then point your toes this time around and open them Try to open your toes. So your heels are together and your toes are open. Your legs are very engaged. As you can see, they're very straight, they're very engaged. And we'll move the right leg along the left leg. So 1, 2, and you are at the level of your ankle. 3, 4, you're at the level just above your knee. 5, 6, lift the toes. And 6, 7, extend, or 7, 8, extend your leg. Stay here for 1, 2, 3, 4, bend your knee. 5, 6, touch your ankle. 7, 8, extend the leg. So you get the idea. This is called coup de pied. 1, 2, passé. 3, 4. And then développé is when we open the leg up. So move with your own count if you like, or move with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, extend. 1, 2, hold. 3, 4, bend the knee. 5, 6, 7, 8. And a few more here. Breathe normally. Remember to keep your body in one straight line. Your glutes are engaged, your quads are engaged. Your legs are working really hard here. And let's do 3 more repetitions. 1, 2, coup de pied. 3, 4, passé. 5, 6, 7, 8, développé. 1, 2, extend. 3, 4, bend the knee. 5, 6, coup de pied. 7, 8, extend. And the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we can also do the other way around. 1, 2, the leg is straight up. 3, 4, bend it, passé. 5, 6, coup de pied. 7, 8, extend. And let's do a couple more here. 1, 2, extend the leg over. 3, 4, passé. 5, 6, coup de pied. 7, 8, legs are straight. 7, 8, legs are straight. Starting to talk and rhyme here. And the last one. Let's do the last one. 1, 2, leg is extended. 3, 4, passé. 5, 6, coup de pied. 7, 8, extend. Oh, you can roll to your back just to move your legs from side to side. We won't stay here long, just to relieve a little bit of any uncomfortable sensation. And we'll do the other side now. I'm just gonna move this mic out of the way. All right. So on the other side, lying on your right side, support your head with your hand. Your left hand is on the floor. Your legs are extended. Your toes are pointed. Legs are strong and straight. 1, 2, coup de pied. 3, 4, passé. 5, 6, lift it off. 7, 8, extend, développé. 1, 2, hold. 3, 4, touch your knee or just above the knee. 5, 6, coup de pied. 7, 8, extend. 1, 2, coup de pied, 3, 4, passé, 5, 6, 7, 8, développé, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, passé, 5, 6, coup de pied, 7, 8, extend. 1, 2, coup de pied, 3, 4, passé, 5, 6, 7, 8, développé, hold, 1, 2, passé, 3, 4, coup de pied, 5, 6, 7, 8, legs are straight. And let's do 2 more like this. Hold. I said earlier, I think that I borrowed them from Pilates. I'm sorry, I meant I borrowed it from Floor Barre, of course. And last one. 1, 2, coup de pied, 3, 4, passé, 5, 6, 7, 8, développé. Hold, 1, 2, passé, 3, 4, coup de pied, 5, 6, extend, 7, 8. And the other way around now. 1, 2, leg is over, extended. 3, 4, bend the knee. 5, 6, coup de pied. 7, 8, straight. And 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Try to breathe normally through all this. And 2 more. Inhale, legs straight. Exhale, lower it down. And last one. Inhale and exhale. Done. Nice workout, isn't it? I find that my glutes definitely had a nice workout today, so it's good to stretch them before we're completely done for today. And I like to do this figure 4 stretch. You can place your right ankle over your left, just above your left knee, and make sure that you're not collapsing too much into the hands. They are there to support you, but not to dump weight on them. Try to maintain your spine straight, and the closer you move towards your leg, the more you will feel the stretch in your glute, in your external muscles of your thighs. It's a nice stretch for your outer thigh and for your glute muscles. And breathe. One more breath cycle here. Extend both legs, shake them off, shake, 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 and then switch the legs. This time your left ankle is just above your right knee. Again, you can change the angle of your standing foot to make it more accessible. The closer you move towards your leg, the more you feel it in your outer thighs and in your glutes. Try to relax your shoulders. And we're flexing the foot here in order to protect the knee. It's quite important. And then extend both legs forward. Again, maybe give them a little shake. And finally find your Sukhasana, your easy pose. And you can stay here, or you can extend your arms forward. Just make sure that both of your sit bones are still on the floor, still on the mat. But the more you extend your arms forward, keeping your sit bones on the mat, the more you stretch those outer thighs as well. And it can feel quite nice after a lot of work that we did today on the glutes and on the legs. And the next inhale, come back up, and you can switch the legs. If your right leg was forward, then switch it so that the left leg is forward now, or the other way around, like in my case. Again, the spine is straight, and you can start walking your fingertips out. Just go to the comfortable degree. Don't push yourself, and be mindful of your sensations, of the sensations in your knees. Be mindful about your sit bones. Make sure that they sit on the mat. And take a few more deep breaths. When you're ready, come back to center. And I invite you to finish this practice with a meditation. This video will stop, but I invite you to sit for 5-10 minutes longer, however many you can afford, to absorb the benefits of the practice, to let your mind rest, to let your body rest. And I'd like to thank you for joining me today on the mat. If you like this video, please share some love, share some likes, and maybe share it with a friend who might benefit from it. And I will see you next time. Thank you and have a good day. Namaste.